Chong Fun are famous Chinese rice noodle rolls. They're steamed, so they're super silky, and usually you'll find prawns inside. Now, to actually make the rice noodles, it's quite complicated. So I've got this little hack that changes the game completely. You can actually make this for a really quick midweek meal. So instead of making the rice noodle, we're actually going to use rice paper sheets. You can get them from all your supermarkets. So I've got a steamer basket here, and I'm just going to turn it on. And what I've done is just placed a little bit of foil inside. This is going to be really helpful when we want to take the plate out later on. So steamer basket on top, and we'll just let that warm up. Now to form this, I've prepared my bench with a damp tea towel because this is going to make it much easier to wrap the sticky rolls. A little bit of water, and I'll grab myself a rice paper sheet, and you just want to dip it quite quickly and then take it out. While it's still slightly firm, we can start assembling. So I've got these stunning green prawns. I've deveined them and completely peeled them. And then we're just going to place them just so we've got a straight line like so. To this, I'm going to add some spring onions. And that's all we need for the filling because this is dressed with the most delicious sauce. And we'll get onto that later on. So we're going to roll this up. You don't need to tuck in the sides because it's almost like a giant noodle. That's the first one done. I have a plate here that fits into my basket, and I've just placed a little bit of peanut oil. This is going to make sure that they don't stick too much. We're actually going to present it on this plate too. So we'll just lift the first one up, place that on there, and I'm going to repeat the process, and I'm going to put 3 of these rolls on the plate. Now we're going to carefully place that into our steamer basket, and these don't take long at all to steam because prawns are so delicate. It'll take about 3 to 4 minutes. Now onto this delicious sauce. It's fantastic, not just with these, but even as a dipping sauce or over some roast chicken. In a bowl, I'll add about 1/4 cup of light soy. I like to use light soy for this recipe because I don't want it to be too salty. 1/4 cup. 2 tablespoons of dark soy, that's a little sweeter. And I love the nutty toasted flavour of sesame oil. So we'll add about 1 tablespoon and some fish sauce, just a splash of that one. And for a creamy nutty flavour, some peanut butter. You can use smooth or crunchy, it's totally up to you. I'll just give that a bit of a mix. And then we'll add 2 tablespoons. And now what we need to do is just combine all of these ingredients together. So give it a really, really good mix, and we'll also have a taste just to make sure everything's balanced. Okay. Ooh, it's very good, but there is one thing missing, some sugar. So some caster sugar goes in, and just give that a stir so it's completely combined. Now, if you like, you can add a little water to loosen it up. I'll add a tiniest splash, but I'm quite happy with the consistency of that. All right, let's go back to our prawns, see how they're going. And you'll know that they're cooked when they look like that. See, you can see that pale pink colour of the prawns. They're just right. Now we'll turn this off, and you'll see why this is super important to have the foil there, because it makes it so much easier to get a tight fitting plate out. So I'll take that off. I'll grab a tea towel and remove that. And now we can dress this with our lovely sauce. So you can be quite generous with this sauce because there's so much flavour. Just drizzle that over the top and around the prawns. Look at that. And if you love your chilli, then this is totally optional, but I've got some chilli crunch here, which is a combination of chilli, oil, there's sesame seeds through it. I'm just going to drizzle that over the top too, so it mixes in with that yummy soy and sesame sauce. For some extra crunch, I have some peanuts that goes over the top, and I love the contrast of those slippery, silky rice paper rolls and the crunchiness of those peanuts. A final flourish of spring onions. It's all about layering. and some freshness from some coriander. So a few little sprigs, and they can just sit straight over the top there. That's a beautiful rendition of chung fan, and it takes half the time.